What's the angle of the dangle when you eat at Bojangles? Question.
I don't know.
What the hell is in that suitcase?
Oh, man, it's got to be a dark, dark past of Henry. It's got to be.
You think it's materialized somehow?
I think it's just a memory. I don't think it's actually like something physically in the suitcase. I think it's just like maybe some flashbacks or just like a deep, dark past of Henry, of how he became him. And he wants to keep it hidden so nobody else finds out.
By deep and dark, do you mean just like a burnt piece of toast that he didn't want his mom to know about?
Probably is.
What's going on, y'all? This is Alexander. You are plugged into the Nerd Companion.
What's going on, y'all? This is Alexander from the Nerd Companion coming at you with a follow-up episode over Part 2, Season 5 of Stranger Things. Yep. I will say that Part 2 was much better than Part 1.
Yeah.
At least for me.
A lot more emotional.
Yeah.
Way more emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got the feels at least 3 or 4 times, but in a good way.
Yeah, one thing that probably was drawn out too long that we were talking about before was the 20-minute conversation that Max and Holly were having.
I was screaming at the television, and I'm just like, Max, what are you doing? Like, what happened last time the portal opened? You know, like...
Did you not learn your lesson?
Yeah. The song plays, you would have got like one verse of that song, and I would have already been jumping into that portal.
Yeah, dude. No way. I remember whenever she was trying to climb through that little hole, and she was stuck, it looked like. Yeah. I would have dislocated my shoulder to yank my shit out of there.
I've been in here 3 years now?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, what's 20 seconds more and a whole song more? And she's sitting there looking at the portal, and she's just dusting herself off and going, stop dusting yourself off and just run to that portal, you idiot.
In a place full of dust.
Yeah.
Right?
Just dusty.
So whenever she tells Holly, hey, Holly, by the way, you can't come with me. Messed up.
Worst breakup ever.
Yeah, that was wrong.
I feel like that was a whole breakup.
Remember the episode on, I don't know, The Simpsons where Lisa tells Ralph that she doesn't like him, and it shows Ralph's little heart, and it like, and then Bart's like, look, you can see the moment his heart breaks, and he like pauses it. That was Holly whenever Max tells Holly, you can't come with me. She's like, what am I going to do? I don't have a boyfriend. Like,
that was so wrong.
Yeah,
I don't have a song. Yeah. I don't listen to music.
Yeah. That was I was legit screaming at the television. Me and my daughter were watching it. I'm screaming at the television. I can hear my daughter saying it. Max, run, Max, you've got to run.
I remember laughing very hard whenever she was on her dresser drawer and all the kids are behind her. She just grabs that tape player and just smacks her friend in the face with it.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
She got her pretty good.
Did you want to talk about time? Can your time theory still be relevant?
The only thing I've heard is something about 8 going back in time. But I mean, that kind of died a little bit. The whole time thing. Nobody's really.
No one's talking about it.
Yeah.
Have you watched anything?
Yeah. I've watched a couple of things, but it's all the same thing.
Still the same stuff.
Yeah. Dark matter.
Exotic
matter, melting of it looks like plastic, but it's just...
What was that?
Just the building itself. Like, it looked like it just turns into plastic. So that's the exotic matter. So they didn't destroy it. They
stimulated it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Activated it, I guess.
So do you think that something that's inside the suitcase has to do with time?
It may.
Like time travel?
Yeah, maybe. It could.
Any thoughts?
Man, I don't know if there's too much to go into with the time, just because there's only 2 hours left, right? 2.5 hours. So how much can they really put into 2.5 hours left to be able to cover 11 and 8, and then Henry's backstory, Will and what's going to happen with Will, and how are they going to defeat Vecna, and how are they going to destroy the dark matter? It's a lot to put into 2.5 hours.
Unless
you can do it.
Unless the rewriting of history is the very end of the show. But I don't I don't see them going that direction. If they went that direction, I would probably not be too excited about it. But
yeah, I don't think anybody would. I did hear them saying something about an animated series.
why?
Like after, like in the 90s or something like that.
Why?
Yeah.
For why?
Probably because they can't do this whole teenagers in high school anymore. 22-year-olds in high school anymore. They're just gonna draw them from now on.
I think they should just let the story go.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, okay.
Now seeing these last 3 episodes, I don't think anyone dies.
You don't think anyone dies?
I don't. Maybe will.
So what were some things that you liked about part 2 of season 5?
So I think one of the biggest things for me that I liked is the Dustin and Steve relationship. They had to come to a head and come to blows, man. They had to like throw down.
Yeah.
And it was because, what Steve was just like, Eddie, got himself killed and he didn't listen. And he basically was saying all that because I don't know if he was jealous.
He could have been.
Right? Maybe because
I think he alluded to that.
They got super close, right?
Yeah.
So he did say, I missed my best friend.
Yeah.
Right?
It was an unlikely friendship that I didn't really anticipate having just because he was older.
Yeah.
Like several grades older.
Yeah.
I don't remember having a friend like that.
I think they're like three grades or 4, maybe something like that. But I thought that was like really cool. I think they're probably out of everyone in the show, they're probably the closest.
Yeah.
In the show, right? Like the relationship that they have compared to, Mike or Elle or Hop and Joyce. But these two, man, it's just man, whenever he tells him when he's gonna put the ladder and he's like, don't go on the ladder, and he's like, I got it, leave me alone, don't go on the ladder, and he freaking breaks down. I was like, oh,
don't make me cry.
Yeah, that was so cool, man, because that's just like, and then sure enough, man, the ladder freaking fell, and he's just like, that was the moment that he was like, I got you. Like,
yeah, man,
that was pretty sick. It was that was very well. That whole scene was just spot on, like just perfect.
Yeah.
It was good.
Parts of part 2 of season 5 that I enjoyed most was a lot of my vindicating moments. I kept looking at Dino, I was like, called it.
What is it? EI wormhole
3.
Yeah, I know. It's
Toby.
As I was watching it and the whole wormhole, the whole drawing, and the actual wormhole they show, and I'm just like, that.
It's so funny because I told several people that theory at work, and one of which was Zach, and he was like, I don't know how they're gonna explain that in 3 episodes. Like, dude, I literally explained it in 30 minutes. Like, it's not gonna take that. Like, it's not gonna take that long to explain it. Like, all he's gonna do is just say something.
Yeah, and
it's gonna.
And the teacher had already kind of gone over it.
Yeah,
it just kind of went over everyone's head.
Yeah,
because they didn't really emphasize much about it.
But that's been his role throughout the entire show.
Yeah. So he's the teacher, and who pays attention to the teacher in class, right?
Especially one with the mustache.
Exactly. So that was I could hear you just like, I told you so.
The another thing that I thought that I really enjoyed was that when I was actually talking to Zach, another complaint of his of the show, of the entire show as it's aired, was that he didn't like that when the party was split into different groups, that no matter what they were doing, they were working together at the same time,
right?
And things were going right. Like no matter what they were doing, nobody was screwing each other over,
right.
And it was happening in this season. And I remember texting Zach, "You're gonna be happy. They're finally doing stuff that's screwing each other with the exotic matter."
I mean, the whole thing of the antenna breaking when Dustin and Steve fight. And that because of it breaking, that causes what's her name to shoot the friggin' dark matter.
Yeah.
Right? So because of the antenna breaks, so that's one example of it just going completely wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then from there they fall down, and I'm thinking, we're finally gonna get some friggin' deaths here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
deaths are coming.
Yeah. You think? Man,
yeah, dude.
I'm telling you, bro.
I will be surprised if nobody dies. I will be surprised.
Either multiple die, and when I mean multiple, I mean like 3 or 4 characters, main characters die.
I'm for it.
Or no one dies, and eight dies, right? Because he's just irrelevant. 8 dies, Kay, who else?
Nah, K don't count. I'm talking like D&D party members. Yeah, I'm talking like the good guys.
So out of the good guys,
I still hold to my previous
11 and Will, or 11 or Will.
I don't think 11's gonna die.
I think because of 8 saying you have to die. You got to stay behind and you got to die.
Yeah, that to me was okay. I don't think 11's gonna die, but I definitely think Will or Mike, and I think Mike is gonna die.
Okay,
I don't think Will's gonna die. I mean, I could see Will dying if certain things happen, but
Mike goes into the upside down, stays behind. So the only way I think that Mike could die and it actually means something, and like, unless Will has some type of Darth Vader powers where he's like senses a disturbance in the force because Mike dies, So I think the only way Mike dies is if Will actually sees him dying. That's the only way it's gonna mean, and that's because that's gonna impact hard. And that's if Mike dies, it's because they want it to impact. They want it to hurt.
I think the only way you can make it hurt is if you have Will kill Mike. And that just goes back to my previous theory that Will is going to be taken over by the Mind Flayer. Right. But I've already said all that, so I won't get too much into that. But I still think that that's going to happen.
So do you think that...
And they did have that quote. They did have the quote with the waterfall.
It did?
It did. I was like, okay, so they're already doing the whole waterfall
and
thing.
What is 8 like? I heard you talking about the waterfall. Or something about the water. Yeah, she said something like calling her out. Like, what do you think you're gonna be in a waterfall? Or like they're gonna catch up to you wherever you are. You're gonna hide. They're gonna find you. If K dies, they're gonna make another K. Like, it's always gonna be a scientist going after your blood. Yeah. Because the blood of 11 is the only one that works, and they covered it in here. Henry is basically Vin's dad, right? I guess so. I don't know if it's the whole birth thing.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
His blood is running through 11's blood.
I totally missed that.
It's running through all of their blood. 8, 1, 2, 3, all of them, right? All the kids. 11 was the only one that the blood actually got that was good, got the powers, was able to do everything that Henry does. And that's why they want, because they had 8 already. But you saw the blood in the moms, but none of them were working. It wasn't giving them any of the powers.
But so that's why they're going after 11.
That's why they're going after 11, because they know
I caught that part.
They know that 11 is the only one that worked, so they want 11's blood. So that's why she tells her they're never going to stop.
Yeah.
There's always going to be another K. There's always going to be someone going after you.
So you think if they kill K, that was a 90s babe, if you will.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll get Sarah Connor? Do you think they'll get Sigourney Weaver to play? If you do a reboot and they kill Kay, you have to get Sigourney Weaver, another 90s babe.
Yeah.
And you have to make her the new K. So it's got to be P.
Elemental P.
Wait, K. I don't know my alphabet.
JK. L. Yeah, L.
But that's L.
Yeah.
So it had to be O.
M. L. M.
We don't know alphabet, or at least I don't. He probably said it right. I have to say my entire alphabet to get that.
I have to say elemental P just so that I can see where I'm at.
That's like the mid checkpoint of the. That's your saves point for the alphabet. Like I know where to go from there. Damn, where are we at?
Yeah. So the whole blood thing, and because 8 told her you have to die. That's why I think 11 definitely is not going to die. Because why would you say you have to die and then kill her? No, that doesn't make sense, I think.
Yeah, I'm still kind of murky with what's going on there.
I mean, Hopper maybe still could die.
Nah.
No?
Well, I saw a theory that they had a still frame of him sitting somewhere with the
whole Indiana Jones poster in the back.
But I still couldn't find it, so I'm not sure how legit that is. Especially now with AI, you can fucking crop anything as a picture. But
except for like us, and we were actually in the upside down.
That was terrifying.
Yep. So I mean, now that Nancy and Jonathan are officially broken up, they went through the whole thing where he unproposes to her.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah, so
are they together or not?
No, they're not together. They basically they both came out and were like, they were like, I didn't really like the way you
I really didn't like you.
I didn't like the way you chewed your food. Like,
Now that you mentioned it, I didn't like anything about you.
so now that they're broken up, there's no ties. So now Jonathan could die.
To save Steve, so Steve can get with Nancy.
You think so?
But that's still kind of grimy.
No,
I don't know.
No. Nancy was like, no, I don't want Steve. He wants 6 kids. I don't want 6 kids.
But she don't know what she wants. She said she didn't know.
That's true. That's true.
And Steve's got good hair.
He's got great hair.
And just quaff it off to the side. Yep. And Nancy's melting.
Literally.
So yeah, another thing that I don't know why I didn't catch this, but my wife was definitely not trusting of 8. And you had texted me that while watching.
I did. I said, man, there's something shady about her.
So what do you think's going on?
I think she's in cahoots either with Kay, because she was there for so long. So she's either in cahoots with Kay, or she's up in with Vecna.
Okay. So what do you think is going to happen? What do you think her plan is?
I think she's going to try and kill 11.
What does she gain by that?
She's jealous. She's jealous of her power. Or she wants to kill her because she doesn't want any more of her to come out. Because she wants to be the only one with powers. And she doesn't really have powers. She's got like a kinetic thing or like some kind of like illusionist where she can kind of, she did the whole holographic thing with her body there.
So so to me, I'm thinking, like, what does she have to gain? Like, unless she was in cahoots, like you said, with Vecna. But if she was like a renegade by herself, I don't see what she would gain, because she would still lose against Vecna.
Yeah.
But I don't know. She might just, I don't know.
There's definitely some type of jealousy.
Probably. Probably.
Sense some type of jealousy.
Well, you said it, my wife said it, and then I missed when Hopper said it.
Yeah, Hopper said it too. He was like, I don't trust her.
And the whole thing with 11 dying.
My daughter said it too.
I don't know. I'm oblivious to these things, I guess. I don't know. When we were talking on the last episode, you were saying that you think 11 dies. I didn't think that it was going to happen. And then the first time that they proposed it, I was going, man, that's weak. Mm-hmm. But then I was thinking, no, they're kind of forcing it. I think they're just trying to trick us, or just give us so little seeds of doubt with 8. So
yeah, it could be. That could be like a what do you call it? Like a little
red herring
over here.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see how that plays out. But definitely something weird is going on there for sure. Yeah. On the last episode, we talked about how a lot of people are saying that Vecna is the big baddie. I still
think it's the Mind Flayer.
I still think it's a Mind Flayer. Yeah. What do you think?
So in the lair with all the kids, and they got the little thing in their mouth, there's something up above them.
Yeah.
Almost like a heart.
Is it a heart or something? Yeah,
it's pumping, right? It's almost like a heart is pumping, and Vecna's attached to that.
Yeah.
Is it the Mind Flayer? And then they did say the other theory was in the, what is it, the X, what is that called? The
Dimension X.
Dimension X.
Which we found that's where they're at.
Yep.
Not in the Upside Down. So they're actually
exactly
on
where they're
Dimension
at.
X.
There's a like a claw looking thing.
Looked like a dead spider, didn't it?
So that's what I'm saying. Is it the Mind Flayer facing up?
In solid form?
Yeah, hey.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks almost like the Mind Flayer, but just facing up. Yeah.
If it's a Mind Flayer, that can mean many things. Maybe Vecna is a big baddie, and he tore.
Maybe he dried him out.
Yeah.
Because I think we did see the Mind Flayer in true form in the mall with the brother, Max's brother, when he kills him. We did see the actual structure of the way he looks or she looks, but every other time we've seen the Mind Flayer, it's always just been the smoke.
That's the Mind Flayer?
Yeah.
This is not the Abomination?
Is that the okay?
I thought this was the Abomination.
Okay, yeah.
So sick,
bro. The only time we've seen the Mind Flayer then is with the smoke. You know how? So we'll never.
But maybe I don't know. So maybe that is. Maybe that's the Mind Flayer trying to attain a physical body in this.
Maybe that's what the 12
Hawkins,
kids are for.
Yeah, maybe that's the only thing he can like. Maybe that's the only vessel it can fill all these dead bodies, but it's not good enough.
It's the whole Lord Voldemort.
Yeah, like a Horcrux in a sense. Yeah. But his final Horcrux, I think, is Will. I think it's Will.
And Vecna's just like,
he's just a key, bro.
I got you. I don't need you no more.
Yeah, he's just a key to open up the door. He's made Vecna feel important. He's got the kids hooked up. They're going to power him up. I think he's basically, it could be Vecna. He's definitely powered up, and they're all connected to this network. I'm not sure if he's like taking over Vecna, or they're like that's the gate to get to the Upside Down to Hawkins through the wormhole mechanic or whatever.
Whose part is pumping? That's my thing. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
That's a big heart.
Yeah. He must love so much. Love to destroy, consume, lie, cheat, and steal.
All of the above.
Yeah, so they even said it in the show or in one of the episodes that they were basically, drawing out Vecna, and then they were drawing out the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer consumes, he destroys, he needs to get to Hawkins so he can, So I was like, dude, like, this has to be it. But he can't inhibit, he can't inhabit.
He can't even go into the Upside Down.
He can't. Well, I don't know. We haven't seen him there, I don't think. But he's tried to get through Hawkins, and maybe whether that was just an abomination in season 3, like nothing connected, or that was the Mind Flayer. It just wasn't a suitable host for the Mind Flayer. And I think that Will is ultimately the host. So because that was the one because he's the only one who can see the Mind Flayer. And his powers are completely separate from Vecna. And I think in the last episode we were debating on Will's powers being parallel to Vecna's. And I still don't think that question is answered yet.
Well, so Vecna kind of makes him like, see, like, you're not as powerful as I am.
Well, because I think he's playing a mind game.
You think? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. Just like he's doing with the kids. He's like, I guess we'll have to give up and let the darkness take us. And then they're like, bring the light. And he's going.
So we do find out that it was Will that created all those tunnels to where all the Demogorgons were able to go through and go through the lab that they went through. And that was all Will.
But has Vecna been able to do anything like that in the show?
No. Well, he used Will to do it. So that Vecna was too lazy to freaking do it himself.
Or he was unable.
Maybe you think so?
They haven't given us a reason to believe that he can.
Yeah.
They haven't given us an example, at least from what I've seen. I mean, maybe there was and I just haven't caught it. But
Will was doing all of that with his mind.
Yeah.
All of that. I mean, he's not going to physically do it himself. Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, who knows, man? It'd be freaking crazy. It'd be really crazy if Will is...
So where do you stand with Vecna and the Mind Flayer now that seeing part 2?
I think Vecna may have defeated the Mind Flayer, but then I'm conflicted because I think that, but then I see that heart pumping above him. Is the Mind Flayer, is Vecna connected to the Mind Flayer? What was weird is
I think he is.
So so when Max goes back, right? She goes through the portal. It takes 20 minutes to jump in there. When she does that, she wakes up, in the lair with the thing in her mouth and all that. And she's able to take it off and unplug herself. And she starts running. As soon as she unplugs and starts running, it's almost like Vecna knew.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you think
because he's connected to it, right?
Yeah.
So now
it's like a router going off.
Right.
Like,
So did he feel that because it's through him, or the Mind Flayer was like, hey bro, somebody just got off your shit? Like,
no, I think Vecna probably felt it. I would think so. I mean, he's connected to it. So if he's supposed to be getting 12 units of power and then one unit disconnects, he's like, oh, that feels different.
Right,
and he's
right.
looking, and that's when he started disconnecting.
So
I just thought it was bullshit that Vecna could pull her back.
Yeah,
like,
that
from
was
the Upside Down.
Okay.
So what is going on there?
So the other thing is,
like, what's the point?
Did he save her life? Because what happens if he what happens if he doesn't catch her?
Right, then she dies, and then okay,
right?
Yeah.
She would have died. So he technically saved her life, because it's not like Nancy was gonna catch her. Ain't nobody was gonna catch her.
She too small.
Yeah, ain't nobody was gonna catch her. She would have went in straight.
Dustin could have caught her. He would have crafted a device real quick, like MacGyver.
Or Steve could have like just bounced her off over his hair.
Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, so you're saying that he was doing it for his own selfish reasons, or you're implying that he's good?
No, he's definitely not good.
Okay.
He was doing he was doing it because that's the 12th one.
Okay, so final answer. Who's the big baddie?
The Mind Flayer.
Mind Flayer, okay.
Yeah. The Mind Flayer. I say that because I know I'm gonna be wrong. I don't want to be right. But I know it's
Well, what do you believe?
I think it's Vecna, but as soon as I see that heart pumping, that's not Vecna's heart.
Well, I mean, if you go back to the conversation that we had in the last episode, you said that Vecna took the power from Mind Flayer. I'm just playing Steelman.
Yeah.
I don't believe this, but I'm just making your case. So if he stole the power from the Mind Flayer and he conquered the Mind Flayer, and now he's using the Mind Flayer's powers to do all this stuff, then
it could be. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. They're doing a good job of putting us all over the place. Did you see the who was it on there? Was it 11 on Jimmy Fallon? And Jimmy Fallon has all these
Jimmy Fallon was in the 80s?
No, the show. So,
I know, I'm just kidding.
So I think it's 11 that she goes on the show, and Jimmy Fallon has all these pop characters on his desk.
Okay.
And he asks, no, it's the Duffer Brothers. The Duffer Brothers are on there. And he asks him, he's like, okay, can you kind of, without spoiling anything, can you put the pop characters on the table the way it's going to happen? And he's...
The way it's going to happen, what?
The way it's going to end and the way it's all going to go down. So he puts...
They did this?
They did.
Shame on you.
They did.
Shame on you, Dufflin Brothers.
So he puts Will at the bottom, or is it the Vecna at the bottom, and he stacks up Will and he stacks up 11 all in one stack. And at the very end, he kind of just like arranges everyone. And at the very end, they put Steve at the very edge of the table. Like edge, I'm talking about like halfway off the table. And then he accidentally knocks him over. And the crowd just like, oh my God, that's Steve. So there's another meme that says, that has, everyone, if this person dies, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay. If this person dies, I'm going to cry a little bit. If this person dies, I'm going to cry a lot. If this person, all this stuff. And then it said, if Steve dies, all hell's breaking loose. I'm going to do all this crazy shit. Like,
do you think that they were just messing with him? I hope so. Why would you give that away?
Yeah.
But then again,
man, Steve is such a loved character. He plays in a band and everything in real life.
Steve.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be so cool?
Yeah.
So does that mean Dustin dies too? If you die, I die? He's got to carry that one too?
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. So he's got to carry that burden too?
That's crazy, right?
Fucking Dustin, bro.
Man. Maybe it's Dustin. Maybe they got to get rid of him.
No, I think Dustin lives.
I think
he's going to be, because he's so scarred. He's going to have to carry the burden. And if there is like an ending where evil is kind of like there, but kind of weak, Dustin's going to be like the dungeon master.
Yeah. Like
he'll be the leader just because he's always been down for the fight. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? He never got distracted with dating or playing sports or any scholastic activities. He was
always down.
Yeah. My main purpose is to fight evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was forever solidified whenever Eddie died. He was like, oh, this is my purpose now. This is it.
Yeah.
But the strongest emotional pull I'll get is if Will kills Mike. I'll be like, yes, but then I'll be upset too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it'll be the most powerful thing because he's going to kill his crush. He's going to kill his crush.
Because he didn't tell him yes.
That's...
Maybe.
Will, you're petty, dude.
It doesn't matter. Like, Will, Mike, Lucas, Max, the main characters. If any one of those dies, it's going to be emotionally
I don't think Lucas is going to die.
I don't think so either.
I think he's pretty safe.
Yeah. But if any one of those characters dies, it's going to be really impactful, super emotional. But man, I don't know if anyone dies. It's going to be like and what's crazy is if no one dies, then people are going to just say, oh, there's just another happy.
I'm going to say that. Wow, way to go, Disney.
Yeah.
Thank you for another Disney movie.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I think George R.R. Martin screwed us all up.
So that's
with Game of Thrones?
So with the Red Wedding. So the Duffer Brothers came out and said, there's not going to be a red wedding. Like, don't expect it to be a red wedding type of thing.
Well, no. In the Red Wedding, everyone died.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone's gonna die, but you have to kill somebody.
You have to kill somebody.
There has to be a price to pay.
Who should die is that friggin' kid with the one that just calls out everyone.
Dipshit Derek?
The other one. The one that calls him out. The one that calls out Dipshit Derek. He's always calling him out. Him and the girl, the snitch. So the other thing I saw too was her last name is Klein. So the mayor, remember in episode in season 3 when they're in the carnival and the mayor goes and snitches to what's his name, the Russian guy, the Russian spy.
Vaguely.
Right. So he snitches and that's why he dies. So
are they implying that snitches get stitches?
yes.
Snitches end up in ditches?
So the Klein girl is the one that's like, oh, he did that, and the girl that kind of like
the one that got whacked by the radio?
Yeah, I think she's like, so they're saying that she told on dipshit Derek, so now it's dipshit Derek because he's like
dipshit Derek's my boy.
He grew on everyone, right? He grew on me.
Except that he was a Judas. He betrayed Holly.
Yeah, bro. That was man. But what would you do if
I would have stood up, dude?
If Vecna shows and says, "Hey, bro, you better not say nothing," because
I don't give a shit.
Take your mom, dad, and sister's eyeballs out.
I'm already dead anyway. You locked me up, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to kill them all anyway if you win.
But he's like, what, 11?
That, bro. I'm telling you right now, if I was in one of the planes in 9/11 when that went down and terrorists stood up and said they're doing this, I'm fighting, bro.
Yeah.
You can shoot me up, stab me up, slit my throat, pull my tongue out.
Like, dead.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you're going to have to kill me, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to have to kill me.
That was kind of messed up, man. That was messed up.
9/11 or dipshit Derek's?
Ooh, all right. Yeah.
This is my last episode. I just got canceled. Okay, let's see. So there was a question I was going to ask you. So, okay, so the Dufflin brothers, they stacked up the like, what were they implying? Like, these are the people that survive?
No, so they were basically putting like the final battle, and it stacked up Vecna, Will, and 11. They stacked them all three up.
Okay.
So there's something there. So maybe like how Will said, well, I got to stay behind just in case Vecna comes into the real world and there's not going to be anybody to fight him. So I'm going to stay back. Right. So that's what he tells 11 and 11, you got him over there in the upside down. If you send them on over, I got you.
Okay.
Right. So maybe that's, they're not necessarily going to be all in one spot, but maybe they're going to like tie it all together and maybe they can only kill Henry in the real world because they literally killed him in the upside down. And what happened? He went and he ran into the Dimension X.
So
he got even stronger.
You're saying the only way to kill him is to kill him in Hawkins?
Maybe.
So maybe he's drawing some sort of power from something.
Right. Looks like it's like
or from the exotic
like
matter.
Immortal and like unkillable. Because look what happened when he snapped his leg. What did he do? He just regenerated it right back. He was limping a little bit, but if you snap your leg off, like, bro, you can't even walk.
Okay, so according to D&D, one of the villains in D&D is Vecna. It's saying here that you can't kill Vecna with brute force, right? Which is what they did in season 4,
right?
With the shotgun, the fire, all that. They have to kill them with specific artifacts. In D&D, it's the Sword of Kos, Hand and Eye of Vecna,
which Will already try to kill him with his own sword or something. He's got a hold of Max, and then Will says, he basically goes into Vecna's mind and stabs him or something like that. Or somehow they said something about, he used his own sword against him or something like that. But I didn't see a sword, so I don't know what they're exactly talking about.
So maybe the only way to kill him, so they have to use all of the strategies at the same time, right? You couldn't just kill Vecna with brute force, which is the shotgun and the fire. It might take 3 things. Yeah. And I'm just now thinking about this. It might have something to do with the kids in the mind.
Okay.
So if you're looking here at this D&D thing, to weaken him or use them to trap him and unmake him. So maybe the kids have to occupy his mind, do something in Vecna's mind in that little world to trap his mind.
Okay.
And maybe that has something to do with the cave.
Yeah.
Okay. While that's happening, then they can at that point they can use brute force or use like some other weapon. But you're saying
they mentioned the sword. They did mention a sword whenever Will, because it was Joyce that said you hit him with the sword or something like that. So and he was like,
"What sword?
I didn't see an actual sword. I don't know if it was like a metaphor or something.
Lightsaber.
Nah, if you hit him with one of those,
like this plastic one,
sure."
Get that toy out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. So I definitely think they're going to have to do multiple different approaches to take down Vecna.
It's going to have to be 11 and Will. It's going to have to be both. It can't be just 11 defeats him, and then that's it. Why there's a reason why Will's staying behind. Besides, like, oh, in case he comes over. No, there ain't no in case, bro. Like, how you staying behind? You're gonna not fight? Like, nah. He's gonna go into the real world just because you're in the real world. And the kids have power now. So at the very end of the episode, the cliffhanger, which I didn't really like too much, it wasn't too big of a cliffhanger for me. It wasn't like the whole Will having powers thing, right?
Yeah, it was.
And I guess they can't give too much away, right? But at the very end, they're all sitting at the table, candles lit, and Vecna's like, "It is time." Right?
Is that right before they drink the Kool-Aid?
That's exactly before they drink the Kool-Aid.
I thought that they were going to kill somebody at the last second, so you can be like, oh, I have to watch it. Like something like Empire Strikes Back kind of ending. Where I have to know.
Yeah. So, they lighted candles. He says it's time. They all hold hands. And then all of their necks snap back. And they all have the white eyes, just like Will. So that's kind of telling you they all have some type of power now.
Well, they're probably all
Right?
enslaved now. So, or maybe they're going deeper in the Inception
Yeah.
or something. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
have to fight a way out of
Like
the dream world in the dream
Yeah.
world.
So like, where are they going to go from there? If they're already in Vecna's mind.
And they're already enslaved.
Right.
And there's no one else that we know of that's in the mind, right?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Unless
'cause-
11 can get in the mind.
No, because remember, she said she can't. She says, remember, she even says, I can't reach him.
Okay.
I can't reach him there.
So maybe Will can.
Yeah. Well, no, but even then, Will reached him in the Upside Down too. They did reach. Yeah, because that's where Max was. That's where Vecna had a hold of Max, and Will was able to tap into Vecna, and that's when he snapped his leg, and told him, he's like, Max, run.
That was pretty cool.
That was really
Yeah.
that was badass.
She thought it was 11.
So then Will may be the only one who can tap into Vecna, because 11 came out and said, I can't reach him in Dimension X.
If Will can tap into Vecna, that will be has Vecna tapped into Will's mind?
Yes. Yeah, so that's how.
I mean, he can.
So whenever he does all that, Will taps into Vecna's mind, snaps his leg, does all that stuff, and then Vecna's like, you ain't as powerful as me. And that's when he did the whole. That's why he went into his mind. He like,
So he can do it.
So there's kind of like,
But it wasn't like
back
in a
and forth.
sense like he was in a dimension in like a dream state, like the kids are.
yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't in Vecna's mind. It was in, I mean, I guess it kind of was, because that whole world is Vecna's mind.
The Upside Down?
No, though, where
where the kids are, yeah.
Where Max was and Holly and all the kids. And Will was able to tap into that. 11 hasn't been able to do that. And I don't think she can. So is Will going to be the one to kill Vecna?
I'm trying to find something with the kid. What are the kids called? The numbers?
The vessels. 12.
No, I'm talking about 11 and 8. What are they called? How many were there?
I think there was 11 in the 18.
18 subjects. So let's get a list of them. Henry, 8, 2 through 10, and 12 through 18. Other numbered children, subject to tests in the Rainbow Room, but we don't know who they are, right?
No, they never kind of like. They never.
I was
really
trying to do
like-
this timeline thing where like maybe Will was a part of it, but he wasn't. He was like a baby.
Yeah, no.
But he didn't have a dad. I mean, what happened to the dad? I don't know. I'm trying to think too deep now. Okay. So where are we at?
Vecna did it basically what he did with Will, he's doing with the 12 kids. The exact same thing.
You think so?
Yeah, because that's what in season 2, right? That's what Vecna did to Will.
Are we sure it's the same thing though, and they're not just being used to open up a gate? I thought they were just being used to open up the gate.
Well, they are. I think they are being used for that, but you have to give them some type of power for them to even do that.
Do you have to?
I think so.
Okay.
Because they got the wide eyes. They got the wide eyes.
They went full Undertaker.
Yeah, they did. That's pretty badass too. It was all like in sync too. That was pretty badass. Yeah, I think the kids have some type of power.
So do you think that? So what if 8 is not shady? Right. Let's just imagine 8 is not shady. She's telling 11 that she has to sacrifice herself, which is a plausible. Like I can see. So there's there's like multiple fantasy stories that and kind of embrace this theme, right? Like in World of Warcraft, in one of the expansions, Wrath of the Lich King, there's like this evil king that lives in the north, and he creates like an undead army. And the guy, so there was like, forgive me for anyone that's played World of Warcraft, I'm gonna mess this up because it's been so long since I played, but there was like an evil spirit that like was basically rising the dead. You know what I mean? And the only way to put a stop to it was a guy who had to put on the crown and become possessed and sit on the throne and fight this power to restrain it, right? Until the story of Wrath of the Lich King, where he couldn't fight the power anymore and he became fully possessed, right? So I'm thinking either Will or 8 and 11 are going to have to kind of assume that role, right? Like they're going to have to sacrifice themselves, whether that be, like, I'm not sure. So let's just assume that 8 is not shady and she recognizes the truth, and they have to stay there and fight insanity to kind of separate the rift between Dimension X.
To hold it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's not them, then potentially it could be Will, because he's the only one that can do that.
Yeah.
Like he becomes possessed by what's his name, so he has to go in exile into Dimension X and fight this mental agonizing war in his head to keep the Mind Flayer at bay, which is it's a good ending, but it's a terrible thing to ask someone to do. You know what I mean? Like that'd be like, God damn, Will, that sucks. You shared all this information about yourself and got all your friends to love you, and then you got to go into
exile.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need you no more.
That's a far worse future than what you thought you were going to get. I'd rather my friends just whatever, taking the risk. But yeah, I'm not really sure what they're going to do, but assuming that 8's not.
So they're going to try and plug the wormhole. They're going to try and destroy the wormhole. Is that what they're going to try and do?
I'm sorry, I got plugged. So they're going to have to, would you like to choose another verb?
Yeah. So 8 is telling 11, we have to destroy this wormhole. We have to stay behind. We got to die with it, right? Whether it's going to explode, it's going to get sucked into the nothing, or like Dustin said, death, to death, right? Because it's like nothing. It's a blank space.
Yeah.
So she's basically saying we got to stay behind and go into that blank space.
So if that's her destiny or that's her fate, do you think the moral of the story is, do you think that there could be like a more to the story, like you can find another way than like fight fate or fight your preordained or predestined path that you have to fulfill? Like you're not enslaved to what is expected of you, or?
Yeah, I think so. She just wants to live, man. She wants to have a life with Hopper and Mike. She hasn't said it, because Mike's even Mike's like, we're gonna go into his waterfall, and 11 is like, this isn't one of your campaigns, like you're not always gonna get a happy ending. So maybe by her saying that, she's accepting her fate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe at that moment she's accepting that,
right,
until she comes to, unless she has like an epiphany or comes to some sort of realization.
She's definitely hesitant to the idea of 8.
Like she's pushing Will away so it doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah. You can definitely see the conflict of 11 not wanting to do that, but almost like she has to do that. She definitely doesn't want to do that. That's for sure, because of the looks that she gives, everyone, and she kind of just like. And then she just looks at 8 and she's just kind of like nods and like,
What if
that would suck, man? I don't want that to happen. If she dies, I don't want her to die. Like I want her to die because Vecna kills her. Like not because she freaking stayed behind. And that's like every show, every movie is like, Armageddon is the best example of that. Bruce Willis stays behind, because he's got to hold on to the bomb. So is that what they're going to do with 11?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Good job, Duffin Brothers.
Definitely good job. We're just like, one day I'm saying this, the next day,
wait a minute. Just pooping.
What about this? Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess the old Disney question, does the outcome frame love and connection enough to overcome evil?
100%.
Or is it just enough to endure it?
I think it could be both. It could be both.
So the way I think about this question is that, is it enough to overcome it, to defeat it, and we don't have to worry about it again,
Yeah.
or to endure. Will
Just
has to
like-
stay for the
yeah,
love
like
of all
ju-
his friends,
just
or does
like-
11 have to stay? Her love for Mike is what giving her power to stay behind
Like
and
you're just gonna like settle. You're like settling. You're like accepting.
your fate.
Yeah.
But then it goes back to the previous
Or-
question: can you rewrite your fate? Can you rewrite your destiny?
Yeah, you can.
Man,
Yeah, I mean, you can have the happy ending and all this stuff, and still have these sacrifices.
so all in all, I think it's pretty clear what I think is going to happen.
Tell the viewing audience.
Oh no, I just think that Will's going to be the big baddie after the Mind Flayer possesses him.
Yeah.
Either I think he's going to kill Mike, and either he will die whenever he gets possessed, like 11 will have to kill him, or he will have to stay behind and endure this mental agonizing war to keep everything at bay. But that's so dark.
Yeah, see,
Like, I don't think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I don't think it's gonna happen because of the scene that he had with everyone, where he came out and everyone was like, "We got you."
Literally.
Yeah. So because of that, I don't think that happens.
Okay.
He could still die. Because I think at this point,
He's got closure.
yes.
Yeah.
He's got closure. He knows that everyone's okay with it. Everyone still loves him. So now it's like, okay, now you can die. Or now you can go and be extra powerful and kill him.
Yeah, without having any like self-doubt of like what people think of you
Exactly.
and having everyone believe in you,
Yeah.
knowing who you truly are. And
Yeah.
that-
And I
that's what frees him to
Yeah, I think that's
unlock
what,
it all.
I think that's what he needed, because I think if that happens before he saves Max, I think he defeats Vecna right then and there.
Okay.
But because Vecna was still able to use all that against him, he was able to kind of basically push him into back into Vecna's mind.
Yeah. I thought that conversation was going to go way different. I thought he was going to go, he's going to possess me and I'm going to do all these crazy things.
Again, yeah,
That's what I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
That went totally different. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And why haven't we talked about Mike's mom? Like the smoke, like after she,
Oh, yeah.
that was in the
Hospital
the
gown.
hospital gown. It's just like, I got you.
In the smoke.
Yeah, bro, that was sick.
Mama's got to save her little cubs, man.
Yeah, man.
Don't mess with no mama.
And
there.
she didn't have any booze.
No booze, dude.
No booze,
Sober.
and she was
She
still
wasn't
down.
shaking.
She was still down.
Yeah.
She couldn't talk much, but
She got to
was
let the
down.
wine,
yeah,
yeah, moisten the throat, That's why she was so hoarse and raspy.
probably. Not because she got sliced.
Any other last ideas, thoughts, theories?
No, man, I can't wait. I haven't been this excited for the first 4 episodes of season 5. It was cool. I was excited. I was more excited just because it hadn't been on in like 3 years or something like that.
Yeah.
But Netflix knew exactly what the hell they were doing.
Yeah. I
Because
think more
they-
shows should be that way.
They
Just take
released
the time.
Yeah, they released the 4 and then they released the 3. Well, these last 3 that got released, I think it got released like at 7. I was in front of my TV at like 7:30. It got released like at 7
Okay.
p.m. Yeah. And yeah, man, me and my daughter, she started, I was in my room and she was in the living room and I play it in the room and then I hear her play it and I'm like,
Just
are
come down here.
we going to watch it or not? So I go in the living room and put it on, put a full blast and man, we just got some popcorn and that was pretty cool. There hasn't been a show where one of my kids or, there's been like movies here and there when they were younger, but now that they're a little bit older, they kind of do their own thing or whatever. But this was kind of the first one that was like,
Y'all both like.
yeah, we both really liked and we're really into it. And, in between the episodes, she was like asking me questions or like, did you see this? Did you see that? And that was pretty cool. But I haven't been this excited about a show in a while.
It's
a
good.
good while. It's really good. Like I said, man, Netflix did a hell of a job, like releasing it and promoting and doing all these these commercials and Jimmy Fallon, all this. They know what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
They know
It's gonna be
exactly
good.
what they're doing. 2.5 hours. I feel like you're not gonna be able to avoid spoilers. You're gonna have to watch it within.
I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to watch it within like a day or two. If you don't watch it within the release or the day of or the day after,
You better stay away from social
Yeah, you
media.
better stay away from social media because, man, it's going to be all over. This is,
Yeah.
I mean, this has been one of the biggest shows.
Over 10 years,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Well, you heard it here before the big release. We might do a episode to do a bunch of I told you so's, or I was wrong. I'll probably be wrong, but I'm going to stick to my guns.
I'm going to be right.
Until next time.
Peace.